Hello, and thank you for joining me for Lunchtime Look. My name is Sharon Rogers, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Wells, Maine. And every Thursday at noon, I like to bring you a quick project, just something to look at while you're eating your lunch, or if you can't do it during lunchtime, afterwards. Let's get started. I was cleaning up my project kits today, and I had some that I had to finish up that used terrific toadstools, and I got a really great idea for a Father's Day card looking at this. Can you see it? Popping up to say hi. So I thought I'd use a little pun and make a Father's Day card. So here's what we need. We're going to need something to stamp on, and that's where our popping up sentiment will go. You know what? Let's do the rest of it first, though, because we never know what we're going to need. We will definitely need some scrap cardstock because we're doing a lot of fussy cutting, and I'm showing you today that fussy cutting doesn't have to take a long time. I'm bringing in my Granny Apple Green, and this is the grassy knoll where the mushrooms are growing. Let me see. Yeah, I got a spot there that needs some more inking. There we go. I might have something on that stamp. I think it's on the underside. All right, so there we go. And I'm going to stamp some mushrooms. Now, my husband and I just went to on the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip, as you know. And one of the things that we did was we took a side trip to Universal's Epic Universe, which is a new theme park for them, opening up officially this week. But we went in on a preview, and it was lots of fun. And one of the places, or one of the worlds that they have there is Nintendo World. And if you know anything about Super Mario and Nintendo, in Super Mario, they have these mushrooms. And so I thought, oh, let's put them in those colors. So this is kind of a typical mushroom color in that world. And so I'm going to have those guys. And then there's a smaller mushroom here, a little mushroom cap, a teeny tiny one. So let's stamp, let's see. We're going to have 5 mushrooms total, I think, because you definitely, oh, you know what I can do? I can do something different here. I'm going to actually make the whole mushroom. Because I'm going to put a little stem on this guy. Here's a little stem, and I'm going to bring in some basic beige to do that stem. I think I'm done with my mushroom caps. So here's a little stem here. Just gonna put that on that little mushroom. Oh, got a little red on the side there. That's all right. Okay. And it looks a little bit green, but as it dries, it really loses a lot of that green. So there's that. And we need some stems for the big ones. So I'm going to bring in, even though on the punch that I'm going to be using, there are some stems that you could just punch out. I am not going to go that route. I'm just going to stamp and cut out. And let's see. We'll do that right here, I think. All right, so I've got some red somewhere going on my stamps. Now, I'm going to cut. And I don't need these two, but I do need to punch my mushrooms, and I forgot to remember, that the caps are on the downside, so I really need them, the tops of the caps stamped closely to the bottom of the cardstock. We made it work. We just had to cut them out a little bit. All right, I'm throwing paper at myself with the punch. Left and right. Okay, so we've got those two. We'll fussy cut this, and there's you know, this is not a hard fussy cut job. There's no weird angles. And a lot of the things are just, you know, got a mild curve to them, which means you can almost cut them as though they were straight. It does not take time at all. I mean, I guess it takes time. It just doesn't take much time. Okay, so there's one. And here's two. I need to cut out my little grassy mound here. I'm going to put this up on dimensionals, so. See how easy this is to cut out? I mean, really, you don't have to make a lot of Father's Day cards, right? I'll make some. I'll make two, maybe. One for each of my kids to give to their father, even though they could do their own. And Aaron might actually like to do his own. But Matthew, nah, I'm lucky if I can get him to sign it. He's a man of few words, written or spoken. As you can see, none of this takes a lot of time. Goes pretty quickly, actually. I've got quite a few things fussy cut, and I'm only really at about the 7-minute mark of this video. So that's pretty good. Especially when you consider how many things I fussy cut. All right, let's move this stuff out of the way and put our card together. So we've got a piece that is, I think it is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And I'm going to bring in some dimensionals. I'm using up some edges here. So let me take my little green mound here and put some of that on there. All right, it's a nice sturdy surface. Put that up slightly from the top. I want to connect my mushroom stems to my mushrooms. So let's go ahead and put some glue there. And we'll let that sit up for just a second. And we'll do the same thing right here. I'm just going to put a little dot of glue and put this. Look at my hands. Look how red. I got so much Poppy Parade on myself. All right. And these guys I'll put in last. But I'm going to arrange these. Well, look at, I do have a sand eraser somewhere here. Let's see if I can find it. You know what? I can't. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to very carefully take this off. And we're going to flip it over. There we go. I can make mistakes and it will still be okay. Let's put some dimensionals on the back of this guy. And I don't need to do it at the bottom of the stem because that's just going to get glued onto the hill. So what I'll do, just a little bit at the bottom, just so he doesn't flop up. And let's go with something that looks like that, I think. And then we're going to put this guy, and I think I want to make him a little shorter. And I can do that. And it's okay if they overlap a bit. Again, we're going to put some of this on the mushroom cap. And just a little bit of glue on the bottom. Okay, and then let's see how I'm going to arrange these guys. Okay, and again, I think this, I'm going to make this guy a little bit shorter. Yep. Just put a little bit of glue down here. I don't need to put any dimensionals on him. There's not enough sticking over for it to matter. He'll be okay. For those of you worried about him, he'll be okay. And I get a couple little mushrooms over here growing. Okay, there we go. A nice little family of mushrooms. All right, and so now I just need to put on my sentiment. Poppin up to say hello. Wait till you see what I'm going to do. I think I'm so clever here. Because will the recipient understand this pun? Will they see the pop? They might if I pop it up. Could also do a different color, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to, oh, I see. My Poppy Parade is really, really juicy. So I'm just getting red or Poppy Parade ink everywhere because it's staying wet a little longer than I would like. So especially when you're fussy cutting, that comes into play. So I've just cut off the word pop. And I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. And try not to smudge the ink. Still a little wet. So let me see if I can find some extra dimensional right here. And that's going to go right on the back. And we're going to pop it up. Ooh, my dimensional is showing. I got to hide it a little bit. I got to move it down. That's better. And so it's popped up. See that? So cute, right? I have a Granny Apple green card base. You just have to adhere that to the outside. Very clean card, which I really like. And then we just need a layer for the inside, which I can quickly cut because I'm running out of time. My goal is to always keep this under 15 minutes. So here we have an inside, and we can, of course, stamp some little mushrooms in here too. And I'm running out of time, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Look at how much stuff I fussy cut. Surely I get a pass for that, right? So we're just gonna do this, and we're going to take the other little strands here that I got out and put right here. And we're gonna ink that up in our basic beige. And connect them. There we go. And then just put that on the inside of the card. I know my sister Tony, if she's watching, which she probably is at some point today, maybe not at noon, but at some point, she's going to be rolling her eyes. She's not really a pun girl, so. But there we go. Pretty clean and simple card. Stamps, ink, and scissors. Perfect for Father's Day. So, what did you think of my Father's Day card from the terrific Toadstools set? And fussy cutting, although a lot of you don't like it, that wasn't bad, right? You could do that one. In fact, I bet that if you committed to fussy cutting something regularly, it wouldn't take you very long before you were very comfortable with it and didn't actually mind it. I know that's the way it happened for me. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to join me tomorrow night at 7:30. I'll be coming to you live from the family camp in Pittsburgh, New Hampshire, with another project featuring scenic adventures. See you then.